The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
First road trip of the Big Ten season for the Badgers on Saturday as they made the trip to Lincoln, Nebraska to take on the Huskers. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from Saturday's game. Our senior salute this week, well, look at one of the best linebackers in all of college football, Joe Schobert. We had a chance to quiz some of the Badger fans, ask them what do they really know about head coach Paul Chryst, and we will have our weekly conversation with said head coach. All that coming up on this week's edition of the Badger Sports Report.
Scobie takes a snap, back to throw, four-man rush, left side pass, and the catch is made. Going to the turf inbounds was Troy Fumagalli. Badgers got to play on. 45 seconds. Snap to Scobie, four-man rush, right side pass, caught, first down. Jazz Peavy across the 45, up near midfield. Scobie in the shotgun. Takes a snap, four-man rush again. Joel looks, throws over the middle, caught Fumagalli at the 35, to the 30, and down to the 28 of Nebraska. Clock stops, 25 seconds.
Yeah, that was, it was fun. It's a drill that we work a lot, and I think, Troy was able to make some big plays. Jazz made that huge play for us. So just to be able to get us down there and, give ourselves another opportunity at the kick, that was big for us.
The lines are down. Snap, spot, kick, in the air, and it is good! Gaglianone gives the Badgers the lead with 4 seconds remaining.
Everybody, on their knees, biting their nails, that was crazy. So unbelievable, thankful for my teammates, getting me that second chance and just playing Wisconsin football, never giving up and just keep on playing.
Looking under pressure and down he goes. Back to throw, four-man rush, left side pass, Erickson wide open at the 50, left side 40, and it's intercepted. Michael Caputo across the 30. Goodbye, touchdown, Corey Clement.
Paul Chryst is our new head football coach at the University of Wisconsin.
Brought down by Vince Beagle. That's a sack.
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Hyundai, by Hy-Vee, Blaine's Farm and Fleet, Quick Trip, by Adidas, Pick and Save, by Zimbrick European, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Throw in Bucky and you got yourself a deal.
Okay. Go check out your new Hyundai. I'll be with you in just a minute. On Wisconsin.
To some of us, home improvement isn't a chore. It's a privilege and a satisfying part of owning your own home. The tools and supplies you choose need to be able to deliver the same quality that you demand of the work you do. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we understand, and we want to help you achieve the best job possible. For your next home repair or home improvement project, we'd like to help you make your life better with genuine value. From Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
You're going to flip for the all-new Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card. Now, when you get the new Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card, you get the same big savings on gas, plus perks like special deals on your favorite products, cash prizes, or gift cards, maybe even a new car or an all-expenses-paid trip. And getting your new card is easy. Just pick one up at Hy-Vee, go online to activate it, and start earning your perks. It's that simple. Get your new Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card today.
Most people don't know that UW Health and the University of Wisconsin are national leaders in the field of kidney transplant. They provide new life for those who will likely die without a transplant, and they assure normal life for those who donate. I would know. I donated a kidney, and together, we saved a life.
UW Health. Remarkable.
Joel calls for the ball. Gets the snap, back to throw, a little pressure coming. Stavi looks, left side, end zone. Rolling catch made. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Troy Fumagalli, left side of the end zone. And the Badgers take the lead. Stavi calls for the ball, takes the snap, looks left, one punt, throws left side. It's caught by Jazz Peavy. Inside the 10, Peavy inside the 5, and down to the 1-yard line. First and goal at the 1-yard line. Stavi gives to Ingold, running left into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Alec Ingold from a yard away, and the Badgers take the lead. Receivers either side of the formation. Hand off Ogumbawale running left. Has a seam, 40, 45 to the 50, to the 45. Cuts to his right to the 40, to the 35-yard line, and he is run down inside the 35. Make that 2nd and 10 for the Badgers at their own 9. Stavi to throw. One pump, floats it out right side. Wants Erickson, got it at the 40-yard line. First down, Wisconsin.
Defense run back on the field. I think there was a level of confidence that, hey, we got 3 more timeouts left in our pocket. Let's be the resilience defense that we know we are. Get 3 big-time stops and turn the ball over to our offense, and let's see what they can do. And what do you know, Joel Stavi had great control of the offense, great control of the throws, and came through with a big W for us.
It was something special with Joel Stavi. That was exciting to be around. He was so poised in the huddle, and we got confidence because of his confidence. I mean, it was pretty special to watch how he took charge of those last 2 drives and led us up the field like that.
The fact that we have a lot of guys who have played in a lot of big games and a lot of close games like that, I think that helps a lot. There's no panic on the sidelines from the offense or the defense. We got a lot of guys who have played a lot of football. Guys are confident. Guys, believe that we would win, and we're able to get it done.
Proud of their effort and appreciate that. You can't take any of that for granted. And yet, they played together. I thought they kept playing, and that you appreciate from a group of guys. I think they play for each other, and it means something. Their teammates mean something to them, and I wanted them to know it's pretty impressive.
It's big, the first Big Ten win for us this year, especially away at a place like this with this crowd, this atmosphere. To come in here, it's not easy to play, no matter who you are, and to be able to come out with a win against this team in this place is big for us, and it's something we can build on moving forward for the rest of the Big Ten Conference.
Big Ten implications, trophy game, a lot of things on the line, and you know what? Our team came through with a big one today.
I watched it, yeah. I told Sojourn it's going to go right in those All-State hands in the net, and he nailed it through, so I figured he wasn't going to miss too. He's a good kicker. He's a cool character himself. So I'm happy for Hoff and happy for our team.
Yeah, just talking around with Vince Biggler. He's like, I love you now, but I would have killed you if you missed. So, I don't blame him, man. It would have been a long ride home. I tell you that.
I'm Carl Rick with Quick Trip, and my family, along with our nearly 15,000 coworkers, would like to salute the brave men and women who defend our country every day. This season, Quick Trip will match your contributions up to $50,000 to Camp Hometown Heroes, which benefits the children of our fallen military members.
That's a potential of $100,000 to support the children of those that paid the ultimate price for our freedom.
This camp provides me with an opportunity to understand that it's okay to grieve.
Visit hometownheroes.org to donate today.
On Wisconsin.
Now Janovich will motion into the backfield, offset to the left. And off Newby, hit behind the line of scrimmage, and that was Joe Schobert, who does that as well as anyone in this league and beyond.
Well, the Badgers get ready now to come back home to take on the Purdue Boilermakers, an 11 a.m. kick on Saturday at Camp Randall Stadium. And rather than talk a lot about the game coming up itself, let's talk about some of the things that surround it. And, for the last however many years and continues now, home games are important for more than just the now. As you look into the future, recruiting weekend, always try to bring in a few guys for official visits. From your perspective, I think fans maybe have heard this question before, but it's worth bringing up again with the new staff in place. What does a young man have to look forward to? What's on the agenda when a player comes in for a visit during a home weekend?
Yeah, and really the home games have been great for our recruits, and we have official visits and you have the unofficial visits, and really both are as important. And a kid comes in on an official visit, we can pay for his flight up, we can pay for the dinners, on that, then we'll get them together with a host after the game. I think the best thing we got going is our players. And our players know this place. They know what it's like to play for us, and especially now that they're starting to get a feel for us. But I think we want to get them around the players as much as possible. We want them to not just see what Wisconsin is, but who Wisconsin is. And clearly, game day is a great atmosphere. And we've then kind of taken that and made that part of the unofficial. So we want them to make sure they're meeting someone in academics. They're getting a feel for the stadium. Some will take them to campus. We'll even try to get players around some of those unofficial recruits. And that just means that they're paying. We can give them 3 tickets, and that's about it. But, you know, Andrew Marlette, our recruiting coordinator, Brittany Ewing, Paul Manier, they do a great job. And it's a full week-long process to prepare for it. We've had some kids come in. We got a couple more coming in this week, and it's anytime you can show off Camp Randall, it's a good thing.
And again, a periodic reminder, I guess we cannot go into specifics because of NCAA rules on who exactly is coming, but has it been your experience where you can get a pretty good feel off of a visit, either how you interact with a young man or the feedback you get from current players? Can you get a pretty good gauge of, yeah, I think this has a chance to really work?
You absolutely can. And I think in the end of the day, it's all about finding the fit. And we lean on our players quite a bit. They're with that young man, especially when there's not adults around, and you want to know that they feel good about them. And players will tell the truth to players, recruits will tell the truth. So you get a feel for where they're at, what they're thinking, and the time that I get to spend with them, especially when you get off the normal, how's the season going, how's school going, you can find out a lot about a kid, because I think in the end, it's about finding the right fit.
I've always found that opinions vary among coaches about, in basketball, there's an early signing period, a fall period, and then in the spring. When football, they can sign, it's early February. Would it make sense to have to have 2 different signing periods for football?
I think if it does make sense, and the argument is for those that are committed and they want to go there, they don't need to take their official visits, you know, they can get 5 maximum, and they just want to be done with it and go. The one question that I have before I can say I'm in favor is the unintended consequences. If you move up and have an early signing period, does that mean then the visits become earlier? And then does that mean you change when they can, because a kid should be able to visit before he signs. And so there are a lot of things I think need to be worked out in the overall calendar before you can say, yeah, that's great. On the surface, it's great. We've had a number of kids here that, especially in-state kids, boom, they've been offered, they want to come, they could sign it that day, and it would be binding. They wouldn't want to care to look back, you know. So I think it's, but to just say it's 2 signing dates, a little bit too soon. And really the only one that kind of is an early signing is if last year I think we had 3 or 4 mid-year, then they really don't sign, but that's, here we start school kind of in the January 20, 21, 22, so it's only about 2 weeks early.
That really is a personal decision, I would think, for a young man to, as the line goes, well, he could be at his prom, but no, he is spring semester at the University of Wisconsin. It can be beneficial, but still that's something that each young man and his family have to decide there.
I really think it is truly a personal decision, and I think sometimes we rush everyone too soon through everything, but if they're checked out, if they're not going to just go through that last semester, you can get a jump on 12 credits. You know, you are getting a feel for what college is like, and so I think for some, it's a great move, and others, they should stay and finish out their senior year.
All right, Badgers at home, another recruiting weekend, and the Purdue Boilermakers also in town, an 11 a.m. kick this Saturday at Camp Randall Stadium. Coach is back in a few minutes with a great day and great question of the week as we continue with the Badger Sports Report.
I came in not even planning to get a Mercedes, just hoping to get some information on some other vehicles. It ended up being the best financial decision to go with a Mercedes and go with the lease program that they offered at the time. It was a very safe car, a beautiful car. I could afford it comfortably, and I was pretty excited to get behind the wheel of a Mercedes. I had no idea how nice driving a car could be.
Find out just how affordable driving a Mercedes-Benz can be at Zimbrick European. Test drive at Rimrock Road, Madison.
At Quick Trip, we hit the road early. We've got a lot of ground to cover to make sure you've got fresh bread from our bakery, the freshest milk and ice cream from our dairy, fresh produce. We make this trek every day to make sure your day is everything it should be.
For a limited time, Quickery White Bread, 2 loaves for $1. Or specialty bread for only 99 cents each, right here at your neighborhood Quick Trip store.
This is what we do, and we'll do it again tomorrow.
I grew up on a family dairy farm.
I as well grew up on a dairy farm.
At the time, we didn't appreciate growing up on the farm.
The baby calves, that was where my passion was. I found it, and I knew that I wanted to keep pursuing a lifestyle or a career in taking care of the young ones.
There's been a Norman Rockwell image of dairy farming that's been painted for a lot of people. And if they see past that and they see all the different aspects of what the farm really provides, I think they'll be hooked.
FanDuel has definitely changed my Sundays. It's made it a lot more interesting.
FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues are paying $75 million a week with immediate cash payouts and no commitment.
I've deposited a total of $35 on FanDuel and won over $2 million.
Just choose a league, pick your team, and get your cash winnings after Monday night.
It's like the best adrenaline rush ever.
Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code TAILBACK1.
This Senior Salute is brought to you by Hyundai.
I don't think it's really hit me yet that this I mean, it's in the back of my mind. I know it's my senior year, but I'm just trying to enjoy it when I run out there. And obviously, kind of in the summer workouts leading up to this year, I took it a little more seriously, trying to get the best out of myself because this is the last year. And now that you said that, it's kind of on my mind more. I've gotten bigger. The weight room's been good to me, so that's been some changed positions a bunch of times now. Outside linebacker, I just think I'm more comfortable being out on my own. I mean, for first freshman year, kind of, it's a shock coming in. You got to go to classes, got to go to football. You don't really have a lot of time to study. Kind of a culture shock and what you're used to coming from high school. But so I think I've learned how to manage my time a lot better. But more confident in my football abilities than when you come in as a freshman, and it's been good so far. Definitely being in Lucas Oil Stadium when we beat Nebraska my freshman year to go to the Rose Bowl. Going to the Rose Bowl, that was an awesome experience out there in California. And then I'd say last year, the Outback Bowl, Coach Alvarez coming back with the kind of weird coaching turnover situation, being able to get our first bowl win in a long time. It's probably one of the highlights.
Beathard drops to throw, looking, pocket closes, under pressure, ball's knocked out, and it's recovered by Wisconsin, I think. Big pile, inside the 30, and it's Joe Schobert coming out of there for the Badgers.
When I first got here, Chris Borland, Ethan Armstrong were good guys. Ethan especially, being a walk-on guy, really intelligent football player, kind of took me under his wing, taught me a little bit about how to play, how to study, how to prepare and all that. And then just watching guys like Chris work, his work ethic was unbelievable in the weight room and in the film room.
3:03 to play, snap to Beathard, back to throw, backside pressure, and he's sacked again, and it's Joe Schobert again. He is having a spectacular day.
Every Saturday, I was turning on Badger games, watching all the guys growing up, from Jim Leonard, Joe Thomas, to Chris Borland and them when I was in high school, and then coming here and playing with them, that was pretty crazy. But yeah, just being academically renowned as it is, and football-wise being as tough as we are in the Big Ten Conference, playing all these top teams, I mean, it's a dream come true, and there's no place I'd rather be. Wisconsin, for sure, is a place where when you come in, they don't really know if you're a walk-on or a scholarship guy. I remember probably halfway through my freshman year, people found out I was a walk-on, and they're kind of like, "Oh, really?" And it's just, I mean, when you come in, people don't just like ask, "Are you a walk-on, you scholarship guy?" They just see how you work on the practice field in the weight room, and they kind of just take it from there. So Jim Leonard, J.J. Watt, some big guys like that. And then when I got here, Ethan Armstrong, Ethan Hemer, both guys starting on the defense. Is definitely something that when you come here, you're like, these guys can do it. So I know if I work hard, I do what the coaching staff asks of me. I work hard in the weight room. That is something that's very achievable. And I think we got a bunch of guys now, young guys who are walk-ons, who I think are just going to take the next step and fill right into other shoes, and people like me leave.
So the Badgers have a brand new coach, Paul Chryst. I want to know how much you know, and everybody out there knows, about the head coach, all right? How old do you think Paul Chryst is?
Well, he's young. He's young compared to me.
What would you guess?
I would put him at mid-40s.
Well, he's younger than me. So I would say he's about 43. 42.
42 is a good guess.
Not even close. 51.
49. 49. So that's pretty close. November 17th is his birthday, so remember that. You might want to send him a card.
All right.
What zodiac sign does that make him?
Well, he's not a Libra because I was born in October, so I'm not sure.
Leo?
I'm a Leo.
Oh.
He's a Scorpio. He's a Scorpio. Do you know where Paul Chryst was born?
Michigan.
You guess Michigan. It is in Wisconsin.
Then you're wrong. I'll say Platteville.
Where was he born? Where was Paul Chryst born?
Platteville.
He was not born. Well, let's save that answer for later, okay? He was born in Madison. Where do you think Paul Chryst went to high school?
Platteville.
Nice, nicely done. I've never interviewed superheroes before, so it's kind of a big deal for me. Do you know where he went to college?
UW-Madison.
Correct, correct. What sport did he play?
Football.
That is correct. Let's keep this going.
Okay.
What position did he play?
Quarterback.
Correct. Nicely done. You guys high-five each other. All right, come on. Woo! When you go to Wisconsin, you got to get a degree, right?
Yeah.
What degree do you think Paul Chryst has from Wisconsin?
Give me 3 options.
A, geology, B, political science, or C, coaching?
Oh, probably coaching.
That's political science. What Canadian Football League team did Paul Chryst coach for? He was an assistant.
Oh. The Quebec Tigers.
That's a good guess.
Drake's football team.
Aren't all of his teams? Aren't all the teams his teams?
Yeah. Edmonton. I have no idea.
Is that the only town you can think of? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Oh.
God bless you.
We think small, as in really small, which is precisely why patients like Margie turn to us for their complex surgeries. You see, at UW Health, we're performing the biggest of procedures through the tiniest of incisions. It's called minimally invasive surgery. It means faster healing, less scarring, and getting back to your life that much sooner, which is why small never seemed so big. UW Health, remarkable.
Throw in Bucky and you got yourself a deal.
Okay. Go check out your new Hyundai. I'll be with you in just a minute. On Wisconsin.
Here's to the tailgateaholics, the connoisseurs of cheese, the block party planners, and the unsuccessful ice fishermen. We tip our cheese-shaped hats made of foam to you, because you are true Wisconsinites. And Pick 'n Save is proud to be the place you go to save on thousands of grocery items every day. After all, we're from Wisconsin too, don't you know? Pick 'n Save, where Wisconsin saves on groceries.
Game night. That magical weekly gathering where lands are conquered. And you get trapped in the dungeon that is your bedroom. But you've got blazing fast Spectrum internet. So Kevin and his friends have enough bandwidth to play together, and you have enough left over to find a new apartment. Get 60 megabits of dragon-slaying speed with Spectrum internet. Where will it take you?
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Hyundai, by Hy-Vee, Blaine's Farm and Fleet, Quick Trip, by Adidas, Pick 'n Save, by Zimbrick European, and by UW Health. a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
Time now for this week's Great Dane Great Question of the Week. Dave from Beloit checking in and wants to know, Coach, we noticed the last few years that there's been an honorary captain, and does each captain get the opportunity to speak to the team before every game when they're in town?
Absolutely. I think that's one of the best things we've got going with our honorary captains, and I've really enjoyed the ones that came back when I was coaching here before, and some of them I'd played with, others that I'd remember watching. One, I had a poster of them up in my room. And now, you know, just last week or 2 weeks ago, Tim Crumry, he spoke. I thought that Donnell Thompson, Chris Kadori did a great job. And they asked me, well, Coach, what do you want me to say? And you were in those seats, and a lot of them in those exact seats. And whatever you can give that can help them. And the message starts with football, but it's really bigger than that. And I think for our players to understand and get to know the players that came before them, and for our current players to know who these guys are and why they are up on the walls all over. It's been a great thing.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, I think, for fans, too, to see those guys. Tim Crumry, the last home game. A lot of memories. Brings it back for players, of course, but for fans as well. It's fun to see. Thanks so much for your question. The Great Dane with 4 locations in Madison, east side of town, downtown, Fitchburg, as well as Hilldale. The Hilldale Great Dane, the site that Coach Chryst radio show each Thursday night at 6 o'clock. And as you know, when you're heading up north, you can take a stop in Wausau because there's a Great Dane there as well. Badgers and the Boilermakers this Saturday at Camp Randall Stadium. Kickoff at 11 o'clock Central Time. We'll talk to you next week on the Badger Sports Report. Thanks for watching.
Game night. That magical weekly gathering where lands are conquered. And you get trapped in the dungeon that is your bedroom. But you've got blazing fast spectrum internet. So Kevin and his friends have enough bandwidth to play together. And you have enough left over to find a new apartment. Get 60 megabits of dragon-slaying speed with Spectrum Internet. Where will it take you?
I came in not even planning to get a Mercedes, just hoping to get some information on some other vehicles. It ended up being the best financial decision to go with a Mercedes and go with the lease program that they offered at the time. It was a very safe car, a beautiful car. I could afford it comfortably, and I was pretty excited to get behind the wheel of a Mercedes. I had no idea how nice driving a car could be.
Find out just how affordable driving a Mercedes-Benz can be at Zimbrick European. Test drive at Rimrock Road, Madison.
At Pick and Save, you'll find a little bit of Wisconsin in every aisle. We're proud to provide hundreds of local products from all across the state, all at everyday low prices. Because as lifelong Wisconsinites, we love this great state just as much as you do. Believe you me. Pick and Save, where Wisconsin saves on groceries.